Yo, what's up, guys? I hope y'all doing all right. Didn't do an episode last week. Got a little lazy, but it is what it is. Not lazy. I think I forgot. No, I went to fucking Universal. Yes, I went to Universal Horror Nights. That shit was badass. Stranger Things house was alright. They could have done better. They fucking lazied it, but other than that, it was badass. Got a whole bunch of merch. But definitely this week, it's been a pretty good week. A lot of thinking been going on this week. Especially in life and all that. We all go through shit through life. We all go through some sort of either disappointments, heartbreaks, failures, whatever it is. And the saying goes like you can either let it destroy you or it's gonna make you stronger. All that other shit that people always fucking say. But for me, I'm gonna say sometimes when it comes to failures or even just heartbreaks or people you meet, I always say nothing ever happens for a reason. Nothing is for nothing. There's a reason. There is a purpose for that to happen. Whether the failure is for you to learn how not to do it, or maybe the failure is for you to avoid even bigger failure. So the initial failure is for you to maybe gather more information, get back on try the different way, because maybe it wasn't gonna work out later on. You're gonna be in a worse situation. Nobody knows because it's the unknown. But when it comes to like I was saying, failures and all that, everything always happens for a reason. There's never a reason why. Whether even with a heartbreak or everybody always wants to say, I wish I never met this person. But in reality, life wanted you to meet that person for a reason. It is what it is. Like, there's a reason that person stepped in your life at that moment. It's either A, that person's gonna make you learn something. It's a lesson for you. B, maybe they're for you. The person destined for you. I don't know. 3, maybe there's like I said, either a lesson or they're supposed to help you with something. Or 4, you're supposed to be their lesson, or you're supposed to help them. So sometimes it's always hard to figure out why certain things happen. Everyone wants to say, oh, why did this happen? Sometimes you will never know that answer until 10 years later, 5 years later. Who knows? But it happened for a fucking reason. Nothing ever happens for no reason, right? So sometimes I believe if someone did you wrong or maybe they did you dirty, maybe it's because that person really was not for you, bro. Like, you can get mad at a person for doing something, but in reality, life is saying, hey, this is only supposed to be just a moment. That person ain't for you. You're supposed to learn. Or another way I've started to think, you're supposed to help them. We get into this mentality of selfishness all the fucking time. And we always think that, oh, everything's for us. It's either bad for us or it's good for us or they're supposed to help me. Nah, motherfucker, that's not how fucking life works all the time. Life ain't about being all selfish and shit. It's not, alright? I'm sorry to tell you, but it's not. Sometimes in reality, you meet people because you're supposed to help them with something. You're supposed to help them see maybe a different way. You're supposed to help them change their fucking life. It's not always for you. You forget. Yes, I have my own life and my own chess piece, my own fucking board game going on. But guess what? In the game of fucking life, I am also a piece in someone else's board game. Alright? I am also a pawn in what God wants me to do. I'm a pawn in him. Alright? Because we're all pawns to life. And life is going to use us to help others or maybe use certain things, in reality, it is what it is. But we got to get away from this selfishness of like always saying, why this, why that? No, maybe do some self-reflection, figure out certain things instead of asking, why me? Why is this happening? Why this? Why do I have bad luck? Not bad luck. There's a reason why it's happening. And also, I'm going to say it. Maybe it's happening to you because you're fucking poor life choices. That's also a big part. All right, because I've had that same mentality at one point in my life. Why me this? Why me that? Guess what? I started doing some analyzing. It's some of my fucking choices, bro. I could have fucking took route A instead of route B. I could have taken a left, but I took a right. I could have gone straight, but I won't reverse. It's just how it is, and this is just a way that I'm trying to let you guys see. This is the way I think in general. So, you know, it's not, how can I say? And some people might say, "Oh, you're trying to be this, you're trying to be that." I'm not trying. I'm just trying to be the best person I can be in the eyes of God, in the eyes of life. I'm really trying to portray what Jesus preached about when he was on this earth. And it's one thing where the more I begin understanding, it fucking sucks the more I understand, because sometimes that causes more fucking hurt to me. Because maybe some shit happens and I'm like, I really want to beat his ass, but then I'm thinking about it, and maybe it happened for a reason, you know. There's a reason why this shit happened. Maybe there's a reason that person didn't choose you. Maybe there's a reason why that job didn't choose you. You know, it's not that maybe you're fucking cursed or something. Maybe it's just, it is what it is. It happens because it's not meant for you. You know, and what's meant for you is later. And that goes with in relationships, friendships, like, you know. But you gotta keep that open mind and not, you know, when you talk to a lot of, especially younger people, sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, I hate that person. They broke my heart. I hate this job. They fired me. I hate." Why are you gonna carry hate, bro? Because years later, you're gonna realize it was the best thing to happen to you, because it pushed you out of your comfort zone and it pushed you to do something better. So that's why in a lot of ways, I get it, you know. If another job chooses a different candidate or wants to fire me, all right, I get it. Like, don't trip. Like, it is what it is. You know, maybe in my younger days, I would have been fucking pissed off and I would have been like, all this fucking shit. But now, as I've gotten older, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. The way I'm going to take it is, life is pushing me somewhere I don't know where. But I'm going to figure it out, because that's where it wants me. You know? And same goes for friendships and relationships. You just got to go with it, you know. If somebody doesn't choose you and they decide to go with somebody else, guess what? You can't, you know, maybe you put time in, but guess what? It's another person's choice, you know. Yeah, that person may make you happy. That person may, you know, give you whatever, but maybe you're not that to that person. And you can't be a hypocrite in this aspect, because you got to respect that too. It's like, if you want to be happy, you got to respect others to be happy, and they're right, unless it's not stealing or murdering or doing other shit that hurts people, you know. But when it comes to that, like, you know, but the best thing you can do is just, you know, still be there for that person. Or if you want, that's completely your fucking choice. Me, I'm the opposite of that. I'll be there. I'll be there. It don't matter, because I know what God has in store for me. It's down the road. Maybe it's not here now. It'll be here in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. I don't know what life holds for me, but I know it has something for me. You know, so in certain parts, I think, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that person wasn't for me, but there's a reason why I met them. Why did I meet them? There's a reason why. Maybe they're supposed to help me, but then also, now I also think I'm supposed to help them with something. They're going to need my helps down the road. I may be wrong, I may be right. Majority of the time, I'm fucking right. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but majority of the time, I'm right. But let go of all that shit, bro. You gotta learn to elevate your mentality each year. Always be different, man. And it's the same reason, like when our parents tell us when we're young, you'll understand when you get older. Life, God tells us the same damn thing, bro. Why do we ask questions? Because we want to understand. But sometimes you gotta let time go for you to understand, to get that mentality. Not godlike, but to try to understand, like, I see what you did. This is why this happened. You know, but sometimes you don't get that realization until years later. Or sometimes months. If you've already, I feel, establish that mentality that you already have, then definitely it's gonna be a little bit it'll be easier for you to understand. But sometimes when you're first trying to flip that switch, it's hard. Which, going back to, since I said flip the switch, I'm gonna add this into it. There is nothing you can do. There's nothing you can't do. Alright? If you don't like something, you gotta do it enough to like it. You gotta change your mentality. Like I said in one of my other videos, to change your life, you gotta change your fucking mind, bro. If you don't like reading books, find a book that flip your switch, bro. We all have a fucking switch. We all have a switch. It's up to you to flip it. And the moment you flip that switch to better your life and to grow and to gain knowledge, guess what? A lot of the things you thought, a lot of the things you didn't like or you hated to fucking do, guess what? They become a part of you. Why? Because then you start to realize things. But you gotta flip the switch. We all have the switch. But it's up to you to find out how do you flip your switch. It's that fucking simple. I tell everybody the same thing. When I tell them read a book, listen to a book, and they say, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do that. Or this, or that. Guess what I tell them? Yeah, you don't do it now, but you gotta find a way to flip your switch. The moment you get to that mentality of like you want to grow, you want to learn, you want to change your life, like you're tired of this shit, you will find a way. Flip the switch. That's what you gotta do. But yeah, just wrapping my last thoughts up. Yeah, man. Hatred never accomplishes anything. You gotta make sure, man. You gotta make sure to understand that not everything's about you. Not everything is always about you. Sometimes life is gonna use you to help somebody, and it may hurt. It may hurt, but who fucking knows? But definitely that's what I would leave, man. Just try to keep an open mind. Don't look at every negative thing as a bad thing. Don't look at every bad thing that happens to you, whether in your job, relationship, money-wise, like it's a bad thing. Learn how to keep an open mind. Learn how to learn from it, grow from it. Try to understand why it happened. How's it going to serve you in the long run? Because like I said before, man, nothing happens for no reason. There's always a reason why it happens. But you got to figure it out. But as always, guys, greatness is one day at a time. Let's get it.